said, little bitch, you can fuck with me if you wanted to. These expensive, these is red bottoms, these is bloody shoes.
Hey, what's up guys? It's Nani. I know I'm super late with this video, but just a lot been going on. So I'm finally recording it, and this video is on my old boarding school, Milton Hershey School. And before I start this video, I just want to let you guys know that this is not going to be a bashing video. I'm tired of hearing either two scales of the spectrum from it's really, really good, all the positive sides trying to tuck shit under the rug, to it's really, really bad, people suing the school, it's the most terrible place in the world, concentration camp style. Like, I'm tired of all that. So I just want to clear the air. Keep in mind, this is my own personal experience on how I feel about Milton Hershey. This is not to say every Milt feels this way, because a lot feel different and everybody's entitled to their own opinion. So I just want to make this video to clear some air. A lot of the questions I get when I came into the real world, that's what we call it, is, well, how was it? Like, how was that experience or anything like that? I want to first start off by saying that it's just like a normal public school. Like, how did you guys feel about going to public school? That's like the same thing. Like, it just becomes a natural experience for you. I actually have something to compare it to. Like, I went to a public school in elementary school, and before I went to Milton Hershey. So it was basically the same thing. It was my school. And so I'm just getting tired of always having to be like, well, how was that? It was normal. Also, a lot of questions I get are, well, is it like Zoe 101? No, it's entirely different. It's nothing like Zoe 101. Every males and females are basically separated except for when they go to school. Their homes are little different sections of homes. They're called student homes. Each student home has house parents, and those house parents are basically assigned with watching us. And no, we do not call them mom and dad. A lot of them would be creeped out if they did. But they're kind of like, well, especially in TL, which is the place that seniors go when they get to be a senior, I guess, that it's kind of like a RA, but through younger years. So Milton Hershey School started in 1909, and it basically started from Milton and Catherine Hershey. Milton and Catherine Hershey were unable to have children, and so Catherine decided that she wanted kids in her own way, so she decided to help orphan boys. And so the school started off with orphan boys, and now it is boys and girls, black and white, Asian, all different races, all different religions. It is a Christian-based school, so we had to attend chapel every Sunday, and I feel as though, me personally, that like, a lot of the things that are going on right now is people are trying to sue the school for making a chapel mandatory, and it's in the deed of trust. Literally, before you send your kid there, it is told to you that it is a Christian-based school. We do Christian-based values. We do not try to force religion on you, but it is a requirement that you must attend chapel every Sunday. I don't like that a lot of families are out there trying to disrespect the school. I do think that the school should add different secondary programs, such as like Muslim secondary program for them to pray after chapel, Jewish people to go to their stuff. I don't know, because it is an all-inclusive school, but I do feel as though that they should try to make that more of a goal for them. That's the only thing that I really want to say about the religion stuff. It's changed a lot throughout the years. I'm sure Pastor Mike said a lot of things in the past that he wishes he could take back. There's a video out there talking about how people were trying to convert homosexual people to heterosexual and stuff like that. I personally don't know anything about that, but from my experience, I've never heard anything like oh, you have to be heterosexual or all this other stuff. So I don't really like that people are coming out there saying that Milton Hershey School abused them because they were homosexual. I mean, granted, there were like bullying instances, but bullying happens everywhere, and not bullying on the type of scale that like the whole school was involved in bashing another student or anything like that. It's just the normal amount of bullying and a normal amount of public school happens. Kids should grow up. Like, it happens everywhere. I do also want to talk about a negative that I don't like about Milton Hershey, and that is the food situation. Nowadays, a lot of the food is being taken away due to BMI regulations, and BMI stands for Body Mass Index, because it is a boarding school. Like I said, public. It's a public boarding school, I guess, because you have to get accepted, but anybody gets accepted, and you have to meet certain qualifications. Anyway, I don't really know, but I don't like that they're taking away stuff instead of teaching us how to properly eat, like eat a balanced diet. They just decided that, oh no, you can't have this. So when I came in 5th grade, we had stuff like blue juice, we had chocolate milk, we had sugar cereals, we had soda on the meal bus roster. I don't know what it's called, but house parents basically order food and it gets delivered to us. We don't go to the grocery store until you're a senior, because that's when they try to teach you about the real world more so than the younger years. But yeah, we had a lot of stuff back when I first came, but then it started getting taken away. We actually all these milks nowadays joke about how the chicken wings and the hot wings, like wing day is the best day. Like, we would all fight to go get the wings and stuff like that. But back when I was in 5th grade, we actually had meat on the bone. Now we have these skinny little, bony little wings, and it's just so funny, like how we reacted and stuff like that. What we had to do to get through some of the food struggles, because it doesn't make sense that a freaking football player that weighs like damn near 245 pounds. I really don't know how much football players weigh, but let's just say a big beefy football player is eating the same thing that a 3rd grade boy is eating. Like, does that even make sense? A lot of the times, me being an athlete myself, I was on the soccer team for 6 years, and me being an athlete myself, like, we had games and we had like other stuff that we had to do. Practice was gruesome in my high school years, especially preseason. But and then there's this thing called salad day, and for any milk that watches this video, you know what I'm talking about. Salad day is the day we most dread, because we already have a separate salad bar. But now they make salad the main course. So it's salad with a side of salad, and maybe you get fruit. And I'm not exaggerating. My mom thought I was exaggerating about this stuff the whole time until she really like saw it with her own eyes. I would send her pictures. It's just irritating. Salad day, people have games that day. Like, I believe one salad day we had like the most important game of the school year, which is the cocoa bean and or homecoming. It was one of those 2 games. Or maybe it was a basketball game. Or maybe it was both. I really don't remember. All I know is that every time we had salad day, it seems like it was like one of the most important games for athletes. And I don't think that's right. We have nothing to work off. We're burning empty calories, and it's just irritating. That was one of the biggest challenges. And they do they made gym class like parkour hard. When I first came to high school and everything. Well, let's talk about middle school. When I first came to middle school, we had to run the mile once a marking period. Marking periods are kind of like quarters. They're in four. So we had to run the mile once a marking period. When I first came to high school, we had to run it every Wednesday for 10 weeks straight, and then you got the other 10 weeks off, and you were doing like health class. Like that kind of made more sense. Now they do it like every week, and it's for the whole year, and it's excruciating, especially for athletes, because you run a mile and they make you run a mile. It's not like you have a choice or you can go slow, especially if you're an athlete. They know that you can run a mile under a certain time, and they want you to beat that time. So not only do you run the mile as best as you can, so say you get 7 minutes, that's what I usually got, around 7 minutes. So say you got 7 minutes, then you have a game after school, you're exhausted already. And so I just don't think that's right. Again, I'm not bashing the school. The school really does build character, because now I know I could run a mile and still practice and then go home and die after. But I just think that Milton Hershey should actually take that into consideration. So if any staff see this video, I'm not disrespecting the philosophy or whatever, but I really strongly think that you should take a look into how you manage the food and the exercise. Gym class does not need to be parkour for everybody. Like if you know somebody's already athletic and they're on a sports team, like they already get that exercise. So why don't you just chill? Like that's what I think. I think y'all should just chill. Again, this is all my own personal opinion. I'm so grateful for everything that I went through in the school, good or bad. It really made me into the person I am today. But I just want to show my Milton Hershey School class ring. I'm so proud of this. This is the, oh, what is that? This is the significance, or the, like, I forget what I was trying to say. The showing that you accomplished something, as well as the diploma. When I get to go to job interviews now, and I show that it's a Milton Hershey School diploma, not just a Reading High diploma, or a Muhlenberg High diploma, or a Harrisburg High diploma, or a York High diploma. I don't even know the rest of the schools. But when I get to show that it is a Milton Hershey School diploma, like, you should see the glee in the people that's hiring me's eyes. So I just want to say that, and I just want to say that, this is my Spartan Pride shirt, my 100 days. I got this when I was a senior, when we had 100 days left. I just want to say, again, thank you to Milton and Catherine Hershey for everything, but I wanted to kind of like clear the air on Milton Hershey, because I used to work in administration at Milton Hershey, and a lot of the students had already preconceived notions about when they come in, you're going to be eating chocolate every day, and you can just ride it out, and then they just give you a scholarship. No. Milton Hershey School does provide you a scholarship upon graduation, if and only if you earn it. And you start earning your scholarship freshman year of high school. It is good that you come in beforehand, because it already is in practice with you. I just wanted to jump back onto the food topic real quick, because I don't think any repercussions could happen for what I'm about to say now. It was back in high school, back when they had the old cafeteria and the old Founders Hall. They're remodeling Founders Hall as well. So I was also in plays. I was in sports as well as plays. That was my thing. And so one play practice, I was backstage waiting for my cue and everything. I was really, really hungry. And so, like, we had like these little peanut butter cups. Well, because even peanut butter and jelly is like hard to get. Like, you have to have a medical note for peanut butter and jelly. And it's really, like, why? Like, why can't you have peanut butter and jelly? But anyway. So we had these little peanut butter cups, and stage crew got them all the time. And so I was like, where are you getting those peanut butter cups from? And so my stage crew friend, I'm not going to reveal her name, but she was like, oh, they're in the cafeteria. So I was like, I want some. So we went to the cafeteria, and there was these peanut butter cups out because they were like, had them. I don't even know why they had them if we couldn't even have them. But there were these peanut butter cups out. And I look to the left of me, and I see loaves of white bread. So I was like, oh no. So I was hungry. So I took the loaf of white bread, and I kept it in my book bag. And I got peanut butter cups. And so that's, for that whole week, that's what I was eating for any meal that I missed. Like, we had to go through to extreme measures to get food in. My mom, she would always send me home back to Milton Hershey with granola bars in my book bag. Like, it was one of those things. And we shouldn't have to go through them drastic measures when we have the ability to provide adequate food. I want to take a moment in this video to thank all of my house parents and people that I met along the way. You guys know I love you with all my heart, and I told you guys about my stories too. They heard most of them right off the rip. But I want to thank the Alfonsos for being my first ever house parents and for always looking out for me from beginning to end. I then want to thank the Plasters. Unfortunately, they are no longer at MHS because they decided to just fall back and spend some time with the family, and I miss them so much. Can't go back up there and see them anymore, but I'll travel states for them. But I want to thank the Plasters. I want to thank the Langans for being my other family. I love them so much, and they always look out for me. They always have the best interests at heart, even though you guys get so mad at me sometimes. I still love you with everything in my being. And then I want to thank the Currys as well. The Currys I met towards the end of my time at MHS, but it's better meeting them later than never because they are really great, sweet, kind people, and those are the type of positive influences that Milton Hershey School should get more known for, because a lot of times you hear about all the bad house parents or the bad teachers because people want to snitch on teachers that didn't even do anything. Let that be indirect, but nobody really hears about the good house parents, and those 4 sets of house parents are as good. They're the model of what good should be. And so I just want to thank you guys. Talking about how it's a good thing to come prior to high school because it's already like in motion. Like with me, because I was already so used to being at Milton Hershey that it was just like kind of known that, oh, I had to come back at this time. I feel like when you come later, you're like so used to your old habits, your old friends, stuff like that, that you get like homesick more, or just like you're not really well adjusted as someone who came in elementary, middle. We have like a whole different perspective on Milton Hershey. And so I just basically wanted to touch on a couple things about Milton Hershey School. I'd really, like I said, I was working at admissions, and that was something that I really enjoyed, just because I could see potential students and see who would make a good fit and who really wouldn't, because it does take a lot out of you. Like being a MILT, that's what we call it. Being a MILT is a very, like, it's like a privilege, but it also is just like a whole different experience. Like, for instance, our Cocoa Bean and our homecomings are the best. Alumni weekend, the best thing that you will ever see. I have 80-year-old men coming up to me just telling me their stories and how great it is and just stuff like that. It really, like, you can really feel like home and like family, and that's what I really enjoy. I posted on my social medias stuff like, when you think of Milton Hershey, what's the first thing you think of? When I think of Milton Hershey, the first thing I do think of is home. A home away from home, but it is my home. That is my family. A lot of the comments were the same: family, home, the family I got to choose. A lot of the times we don't get to choose the family that we're in, but being at Milton Hershey, that was just a great choice to be able to be considered a family member of the Milton Hershey school community. So, again, this is not a bashing video. I love Milton Hershey and all that you do. I really do strongly feel like you should, if any administration sees this, take into consideration the food and the exercise, because gym class does not need to be parkour. It really doesn't. Especially on the athletes. I feel like you guys tend to try to like stress more towards the athletes, like, oh yeah, you can do this. Yeah, we can do it. We are in sports. Like, we are able to do it. That doesn't mean that you need to overexert us before a game, before practice. And some gym teachers do take that into consideration, but very few. Other gym teachers like to throw in your face that they'll contact your coach, and so then we get to run more even though we just ran a mile. So please just take into some consideration students' point of view. I know that we don't have the best habit of trying to get the point across or express ourselves properly, but if you do watch this video, please just listen to my words. I kind of do speak for a lot of athletes that felt the same way, and I know I didn't express myself properly a lot of the times when I was trying to get my point across as well. But anyway, just thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe, share, like, and my next video is probably gonna be on me getting braces, because I'm scheduled to get braces next week. So just thanks for watching this video, and if you guys actually have any suggestions on future videos, please comment, like this. I'm going to drop my Instagram, DM me on Instagram, and just thank you.
Start again, take it all back. You are my daughter, I don't want to fall back. I always loved you and I know you know that, and if you call